Think of a senior software engineer or an attending physician. They've spent a decade mastering their field, and on paper, their six-figure salary looks like the definition of success. But pull back the curtain, and you'll often find maxed-out credit cards, zero emergency savings, and a quiet panic every time the check engine light comes on. It leaves us with a strange paradox. Why do individuals with exceptionally high IQs consistently make such destructive financial decisions? We tend to assume that money struggles are just a math problem, and that teaching people about compound interest and budgeting formulas will magically fix their bank accounts. Look at this diagram. It contrasts the straight, clear path of logical knowledge against the chaotic, loop-filled reality of human behavior. There is a massive gap between understanding a financial concept in theory and actually executing it in daily life. Our daily choices are constantly hijacked by invisible psychological forces: stress, exhaustion, and ego, making all that intellectual knowledge totally useless. Solving the paradox requires looking past the spreadsheets and examining the specific mental traps that bypass our logic and drive our actual behavior. When you grind through a 60-hour workweek, the exhaustion builds up. Your brain starts craving an immediate escape hatch. This is where the reward spend kicks in. You convince yourself that because you worked so hard, you logically deserve that expensive dinner or gadget. This flowchart maps what happens next. Work stress leads to reward spend, dropping into a dopamine fade. Immediately, that's replaced by money guilt. The resulting anxiety feeds right back into work stress, triggering the urge to spend again. Emotional spending becomes a psychological trap, turning a high income into fuel for stress rather than a tool for building wealth. High intelligence can actually become a liability. Smart people often try to mathematically optimize every single financial move they make. Because of this, they fall into optimization paralysis. A person will spend 6 months researching the perfect index fund or high-yield savings account and end up taking zero action. This illustrates financial decision fatigue. A simple goal to invest $500 branches into a dense, tangled web of micro-decisions. Faced with that much processing, the brain shuts down. The money sits stagnant, quietly losing value to inflation. Striving for mathematical perfection is the enemy of progress. Intelligence creates the exact friction that stops momentum. There's an arrogant assumption among highly capable people that they can simply outthink their bad habits using sheer willpower. This leads to the manual saver approach, promising to just be careful and save whatever money is left over at the end of the month. But willpower is a finite, depletable resource. Every daily decision, from eating to handling clients, strikes the battery and drains it. When it hits zero, behavior reverts to the path of least resistance: spending. Without structured systems actively in place, human nature and daily emotional fatigue will almost always defeat your best logical intentions. Developing emotional intelligence and self-awareness allows you to navigate the triggers we've just explored. This leads many to adopt minimalist personal finance, a defense mechanism designed to protect your money from your own emotions and fatigue. This diagram shows the primary system in action. An income stream is automatically diverted into savings and bills buckets before the remainder even reaches your discretionary account. Your knowing brain sets the rules before your doing brain can interfere. To handle what's left, you implement a strict 30-day waiting rule for any non-essential purchases, creating a forced emotional buffer against that dopamine trap. Relying on a system that runs without your daily input provides the stability that raw intelligence often fails to produce. Real financial peace begins once you've automated your behavior, allowing your life to run without constant mental stress over every dollar. If you want more simple explanations about how money really works, make sure to subscribe to the channel.